Nah, 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 no. Yeah. Oh, I can't let him take my soul. Nah, 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 no. Yeah. I can't let him take my soul. Nah, 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 no. Oh, I can't let him take my soul. Nah, 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 no. See, we was cool right before it hit the fence, but it hit the fan when I got him down at the bench. But I took a break, I had to leave and go get cleansed. God forgive me for all my sins. I can't say these cause my last name ain't Kent. Cooking on the stove, that's the way he paid the rent. Working on the pole, that's the way she paid tuition. Better watch your soul, cause you know they trying to get it. Yeah, yeah. I learned my right from wrong on a song. I let my heart bleed on my sleeve through microphones. I'm trying to right my wrongs by writing out my wrongs. Ran through a check, cause it's hard to live off bread alone. So if you see me slipping, yeah, let me know. Cause it ain't the end of times yet, I know, but it's getting close. Yeah, I need my space to breathe, that's why I be going ghost. I ain't trying to stay up on that wide road, cause I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. Oh, I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. Oh, I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. They thinking I'm bluffing, but I promise I do it. That K got a drum, like murder and booming. Sending you verb, if I get my little Uzi. They thinking I'm crazy, I'm gon' see you to hate this. People I'm saying, get what I'm painting. A picture big, I call it little baby. If I'm on the board, then we playing chess. If you on my way, you gon' need a vest. Act big, you might get stretched. All your gun talk, I ain't impressed. My 45 seen real traffic. That's Dallas, Texas. My little partner called a body for a Maserati. He told him get up out the car, hit him with the shotty. That 12 gauge, gave him life in the 12th grade. I tried to write him, but we ain't on the same page. I caught him slipping, I just had to let him know. It ain't the end of times yet, I know, but it's getting close. These demons really out to get you, so you better guard your post. There's certain things I could probably let go, but I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. Oh, I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. Oh, I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. Yeah. Oh, I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. Yeah. I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. Oh, I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. See, we was cool right before it hit the fence, but it hit the fan when I got him down at the bench. But I took a break, I had to leave and go get cleansed. God forgive me for all my sins. I can't say these cause my last name ain't Kent. Cooking on the stove, that's the way he paid the rent. Working on the pole, that's the way she paid tuition. Better watch your soul, cause you know they trying to get it. Yeah, yeah. I learned my right from wrong on a song. I let my heart bleed on my sleeve through microphones. I'm trying to right my wrongs by writing out my wrongs. Ran through a check, cause it's hard to live off bread alone. So if you see me slipping, yeah, let me know. Cause it ain't the end of times yet, I know, but it's getting close. Yeah, I need my space to breathe, that's why I be going ghost. I ain't trying to stay up on that wide road, cause I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. Oh, I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. Oh, I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. They thinking I'm bluffing, but I promise I do it. That K got a drum, like murder and booming. Sending you verb, if I get my little Uzi. They thinking I'm crazy, I'm gon'.
What's up, everybody? What's going on? Appreciate everybody being in the building. The bushes, the clouds, the lovers, the haters, all that. Miss Senator, what it do? Black Pearl, hey, Vibrant. Oh my gosh, Vibrant! I almost called you Victoria. Jesus. What's up, Vibrant? Let's see here. LaDon Unfiltered. Oh shit. I don't know if that's real LaDon. I don't know. You change your avatar. I get scared. What's going on, Alana? OG Beauties in the building. Miss Senator, I saw you in here first. Thank you very much. Good afternoon to you as well in the chat. All right, Tina, let's go. All right. So there's really no pre commentary at all whatsoever. We'll just get right into it, okay? So this Jay Lee thing, I literally did not see. I was done. You know what I'm saying? Like I heard ZX, I heard him. I believe he was on Pizarro's panel. He was on I think Binary's panel. I have no idea, but I know that he was on some panels stating his case. And me, my first instinct was to come up with, in my head, thinking industry, which I have expertise in this. Now, like back in the day, we had ASCAP and BMI. We had to basically almost manually figure out what the DJs were spending and whatnot. It might be 10 cents a spin, 5 cents a spin, 2 cents a spin. Basically, that was on the popularity of the actual song. So I was like, okay, well, you know what? That would make me understand that somebody is doing something, just frivolous, automatic, trying to duck and dodge or whatever the case may be. And I was like, okay, so now it's super easy. It's 2000. What's up, Dr. Lashanya? What's up, Lou? But anyway, it's so easy now. It's literally like you just go to Google, put your song through. They basically run it to see sampling or anything else like that, just to make sure it's all yours. They go through the whole AI protocol, whatever. But honestly, like once Google sends it to YouTube, it's automated. You don't have to do anything. You're done. You know what I'm saying? So it made me look at it a different way. And I wanted to say, like, Jay Lee, here are some of the things that I was thinking about, right? Because I don't deal with ZX. ZX doesn't deal with me. I can't go to his channel. He can't come to mine. Great. Who gives a shit? Sometimes I watch. I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't watch him ever. I do, and it is what it is. So I heard the Jay Lee breakdown, and I wanted to basically have closure, whether I was right or wrong about the situation, because I'm not going to put out information that is half-assed. So what I try to do, Jay Lee, and you already know why I'm doing this, right? I'll pull up the actual message that you sent over, or I wouldn't even given a damn. This wasn't even in my title, but the message that you sent over actually put this in my title. So I said, you know what? Maybe it's because there's a sample in the music. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe like a little bit of a jingle, 3 or 4 bars, something that was in the song. I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe Jay Lee got maybe Jay Lee got reached out to through YouTube because the shit had sampling on it, or got reached out to via email letting you know that the song had revenue sharing, which that's obvious. Like all you have to do is go to your copyright in your YouTube studio and you'll see who plays your stuff. Okay, it's pretty simple. So I was like, okay, well maybe he used a sample. And then I was like, okay, well, you know what? Maybe he registered it before he put ZX's voice on or used ZX pictures or anything like that. And then due to your registration, you putting that on there, like his voice, his face, and all that other stuff. I'm like, you know what? He might have registered it. It went through, and then he remixed it to make it, ZX's or whatever the case may be, right? So I was like, and then I was like, you found out like when ZX was saying that, right? And then I don't know. Yeah, in the message, this is your message to me. Okay. What's up, Barn Dog? What it do? So basically, no, and my thing is, listen, I want the chat, I want everybody to understand. Like I already said, like, F the situation with ZX and I or whatever. I'm just going over this because nobody's gonna look at it this way. People are gonna be like, okay, a donation was sent to Jay Lee for the song, and yeah, you bought it, this and that. I listened to that, and I'll be honest, my bias about me not liking ZX had me on Jay Lee's side for about an hour. You know what I'm saying? But then once thing, or actually for 2 days, to be honest with you, I was like, whatever. But then when everything rolled out, I was like, okay. Now the telling part is that JB, you went ahead and made the change. So basically, if you went ahead and made the change, then something wasn't right. But I'm gonna show the message right here, and we're basically gonna figure it out. This is not against you, Jay Lee. It's not against ZX. It's not against anybody. I just want to show because this shit is lingering around, and I just happen to have industry experience. Okay, so basically, here it is. You said, so you got the timestamp. You said, I wish in the process of taking your advice, or I was in the process of taking your advice, but at that very moment, he was still on his channel talking shit. Okay, so Okay, so if he was on his channel talking shit, is that why you didn't want to, handle the paperwork or whatever the case may be? And at that very point where you highlighted that timestamp right there, that timestamp basically said, uh, please, or I said I would suggest going ahead and releasing the registration from YouTube so that his channel can get all the royalties and moving forward. But then I also said, maybe man to man. Now, I wasn't, listen, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling anybody what to do. But I say, maybe you want to release the registration and then maybe pay the royalties and then move on. I mean, that's all it was. And as I said, I wouldn't be here doing this unless you wrote this message here. So I wanted to clear it up, make sure that you understand. I don't know if this helped. I don't know, whatever, but I'm just kind of wondering, like, the process was, it's almost like you knew you could do the process, but you didn't do the process until ZX had the emails and all that other stuff. So literally right here, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I wish you would explain like this message right here that you were in the process of taking my advice. Does that mean that you didn't know at all whatsoever? I don't know. As I said, I'm down the middle with it. I'm just asking questions. You put the message on my wall. Anyway, let's move on past that. We'll come back to that if we need to. But anyway, would you still? I still don't like ZX. Yeah, I didn't say that I even deal with him. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like there's that out there. If anything has to do with like monetary gain or anything like that, and we were given a strong warning. Okay, the strong warning is telling, and I'm not saying that a strong warning is bad, but I haven't heard from Jay Lee, and I don't think I'll hear from Jay Lee on this panel or in this chat or anything like that. I'm just trying to figure it out because we were issued a strong warning to not do business with Jay Lee ever. Like, and I listen, if it went down in a way where ZX paid and then he had to get the royalties lifted off because Jay Lee was double dipping, I totally understand. I wouldn't necessarily go into business with somebody like that, but I'm also looking at it in a way where, like, is there anything else, Jay Lee, that we don't know? Because right now it looks like you could have taken the registration off, paid the royalties, and did the right thing and kept it moving. So, hey, if we're issued myself publicly, if we're issued a warning to not move forward with you on any kind of business, the opportunity to either speak here, Pizarro's, Lemons, wherever you feel like you need to, or on your channel since you're having it promoted, so be it. I'm just giving you the information because you put the message on my wall. All right. Hey, Envy, and chat. Being a CC means you're obligated to report accurate news and have an unbiased approach, right? Well, my approach definitely hasn't been biased so far. If a CC can't do that, then they need to be a subscriber. He said yesterday he was going to remove it. He's not that petty, but did want to prove to ZX what he can do. ZX didn't pay for it. What? ZX gave a donation for one of no. No, he did pay for it. Gemini. Like in the Cash App, it was for this, it said for this song. Like he did pay for it. Like I can't make up something and tell you he didn't. He paid for it. It was in the notes. I saw it with my own two eyes. He paid for it. Good afternoon. What's up, Brenda W? I appreciate you being here. ZS can't tell nobody not to deal with that man. No, he can't. Lou, and my thing is grown ass adults, but I'm saying publicly, listen, this man's character is at not at rest, but this man character is on the line. So I'm not gonna publicly not mess with him if he didn't do anything wrong. But as I'm saying, I'm only showing you what I saw. And here's the thing, here's what happens, Lou. People comb through comments like below the descriptions and videos. They're like, well, let me see if anybody said anything. If Jay Lee, okay, if somebody puts on there, like in my chat the other day, that she was struggling with some mental issues, whatever, and we stopped the show and we focused on that. It's very, very similar to somebody putting something on somebody's wall and not having a response. Like you can't, as a content creator, you can't do that, especially if you promote that people write comments below your description and you interact with those comments below your description to do what you do. So this was, what's up, Sneaky Link? What's up, Reed? How you doing? Lou needs to shit. She watches ZX faithfully. She might as well be in the man chat typing. She is #1 fan. Oh boy. You guys are going crazy. No, he didn't. Jay Lee said yesterday he didn't charge ZX. ZX gave him a donation for the first one. Okay. So basically what you're saying here is that he gave a donation specifically for the song. You do understand what you're typing here is saying ZX gave him a donation for the first one. Okay, so that's saying he paid for the first one. Okay, fine. We can use donation, we could use love offering, we could use debt, we could use any kind of word we want to come up with, but at the same time, this is basically saying he paid for it. Then Jay Lee made 2 more. I heard the words come out of his mouth on binaries yesterday. Okay, like, but let's not worry about the 3. So, okay, so based on your logic, there's 4 songs, right? So, do you agree with your unbiased opinion? Do you agree that the actual song, the "Shut the F Up," was paid for? Outside of the 4 songs, the 100 songs, or whatever, do you believe that it was paid for? And as I said, I don't care. ZX and I don't get along. I don't have any reason to sit up here and lie to you about him at all whatsoever. None, zero, zilch, nothing. Yeah, she does, Georgia Peach. No one calls this woman out on her F-ish. Y'all just read her bias and keep it moving. I can't respect that. Yeah, chat's on fleek. Let's go. ZX lies a lot. I need to hear Jay Lee side. Sassy, angry emoji. Right. That's why, I mean, honestly, if I thought Jay Lee 100% in my own mind was wrong as hell, I wouldn't even be doing this, to be honest with you. I would just let it be, because somewhere along the line, people are either going to believe that he paid for it or he didn't. Yes, Jay Lee has every right to speak for himself. That's why I'm doing this publicly. If you've noticed, if I do anything on YouTube, it's on somebody's wall, it's on somebody's notification. I put it on my own damn wall, whatever, which we're going to go into the next thing with binary. I don't give a F. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, yeah, we're gonna hear Jay Lee's side. Of course we are. What's up, Angie? How you doing? Read like what the fuck? I'm saying what people think of Lil. Call her ass out and tell her to stop obsessing over the man. It's been 6 years of this shit. Okay. ZX claims he paid double. So Sassy, I don't know the exact asking price. Well, yeah, I do. ZX said that he asked for $25 and that they gave him $50 and something. Now, I don't know what the $105 thing was, what he mentioned, but let's just stick to the facts. I know for sure. Jay Lee was asking for $25 and they gave him 50. That's why he said he paid double. I was hoping that Jay Lee would do a live. Yeah. To be honest with you, I've never seen Jay Lee do a live, but I don't know if that would be, I don't know. I've never seen him do a live, but I don't know if he would get his point across from an objective point of view. That's anybody. That's not against Jay Lee. That's like, if I'm fighting for myself, I'm definitely not objective. You know what I'm saying? I would be like, I did this right. I did this right. I did this right. I did this right. And me talking about it is he doesn't have to make a self admission. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Aria? Did DX make him sign a copyright assignment? No idea. Let's see him. Oh, there you go. Okay. Did ZX make him sign a copyright assignment? I don't think so. Quite honestly, I don't think so. But the thing is, though, a lot of people think that everything has to be a contract, like 3-4 papers or whatever that you file away. Now, you know how you go down to the bottom of, like, if you do like some kind of like apply for something or go to the pharmacy or whatever it is, you know how you print your name and you click the box that says like, this is my actual signature. You don't need that. Like, all you need is me sending you an Instagram message or a Facebook or an email or whatever. That's legally binding. Me saying, hey, I've paid for this song. The notes are in my Cash App that basically show what the transaction was about. And at that point, like, that's basically an agreement. It's legally binding, I swear. You don't have to go to a lawyer and have a bunch of 10 pages written out or anything like that. It just is what it is. We don't know none of them release the emails. They spoke to Binary. What'd you say? Kaylee spoke on it. Binary. Jesus. Reed, when did you become a ZX fan? Yesterday you were lobbied on codes for ZX to hit the link. ZX has invited you and your Jesus Christ. Like the chat is going crazy. Yeah, you know, welcome, happy Wednesday. But anyway, George repeats, yesterday he was going to remove it and not bother ZX anymore with it. Right. Well, he was going, ZX said that he was going to remove it from all of his videos, which you can do. If you play some song on accident or whatever the case may be, you can trim the segment out. I get it. But his form of action was the easier way. Go ahead and get the damn song approved or whatever, put in your counterclaim, and it is what it is. All right. And as I said, I don't have any reason to sit here and take anybody's side. I'm just saying what I saw. I could be completely wrong. People could be like, oh, yeah, there was no email and the Cash App was fake or whatever, even though it was shown. But I know that people's, perception is reality. All I can say is what I saw. Okay. And it was put on my community wall. So I feel the need to address it. Okay. Because listen, I'm under a microscope and I know damn well somebody would have been like, well, why didn't you say something about that? It's on your wall. No, hell with that. I'm saying something right now and giving Jay Lee the opportunity to do what he needs to do to, to square it away. And I even told Jay Lee in the notes, I said, okay, well, now this is on my wall. I'm going to have to bring this up in my live. So this is the live. He gave me a thumbs up. So I'm pretty freaking sure he's listening. Okay. Jasmine, what it do? I appreciate you being here. What's up? If someone pays for a service or product, that's a contract. Yes, it is. It's called a poor man copyright. I forget how we had a poor man contract. I think we were talking about like a poor man contract being like when we're sitting with our homeboys or whatever, and we have a great idea at the bar and we write something down on a notebook, or K-Fit. Remember, a poor guy's contract is mailing something to yourself, writing something up or whatever, and then mailing it to yourself so that you would have an actual recipient address. I remember that too. Lou, Georgia Peach, I'm highly offended by what Jay Lee did. I promoted his ass for weeks, and others assumed his effing work. He's on the list. Oh boy. Stormy. At the end of the day, Jay Lee does not owe ZX's uh, does not own ZX's voice. He can legally monetize ZX's identity without a contract. The moment he put content ID on ZX's own vocals, Jay Lee lost. Simple as that. That is true, Stormy. Now I know a lot of people like go after folks that play somebody's voice or show their image or whatever the case may be. Now the image that's a problem, but actually talking about somebody's voice or whatever it is, like if you're a public figure, I could play whatever I feel like playing, like I'm TMZ, as long as I throw fair use in it. Like I have to give my own rendition of the facts when I do that. But anyway, correct. Yeah, K-Fit. I've done that many a times, mailed contracts to myself. Poor man's copyright. Okay. All right, so let's keep on going. We can come back to that if Jay Lee has any questions or whatever the case may be. If you just came in, I'm gonna basically show you all this. So this could be a good or a bad thing. Okay, this could literally mean Jay Lee didn't know about anything other than what Jay Z, good lord, ZX was saying, right? Because he literally said, I was in the process of taking your advice. I did the live like yesterday, but at least, but that very moment he was still on his channel talking shit. So does that mean that Jay Lee was taking it out? But when ZX was on there, like basically saying this is some bullshit, Jay Lee ain't shit or whatever, talking shit, does that mean that he pulled it back from not doing it? I don't know. All I see right here is that you were working on taking off the copyright. So therefore, do I have to believe that you knew that the revenue sharing was on there as of like what I see, what I hear? Yeah, I have to believe that because you're actually taking off the you're taking off the revenue sharing in this message right here. There's nothing else I can do about that. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. If in the future, if anybody knows, like I'm always, if anything's brought to my attention, I'm gonna talk about it. But at the same time, like. Right is right, wrong is wrong. I don't know. Jay Lee, if you choose to speak about this on your channel, if you choose to speak about this here, you choose to speak about this on your channel, you choose to go to somebody else's platform, at least I gave you the information that you need based on what I saw, how you may or may not approach this issue. This is my response to your post. What'd you say? Is it an AI song? I keep missing the story. I'm not JB. I'm 100. I am not sure at all whatsoever. I know that it is a song that Jay Lee owned. The reason why I know it's a song that Jay Lee owned is because when ZX showed us the claim, he actually had Jay Lee's music company in the email in the claim. That's who was actually like going after ZX. So I'm not quite sure if it's an AI song, but it's a song and it has like ZX saying his, shut the F up or whatever, right? So that's basically all I know, whether it be AI or not sure. Jay Lee dropped down. We got questions, right? He's here. The reason why he's here is because when he wrote the message, he wanted me to see it. So after I told him or after I saw the message, I said I'll be talking about this today. Now, if it's a whole like building up content, running a play, whatever it is that he has content on his channel, cool. like if he wants to do it that way, that's cool. I'm just telling you from my eyes what I see. He could drop down, he could not drop down. Yes, it's AI. Oh shit. Oh god. That's wow. I'm not even gonna say what YouTube does about AI. We'll just leave it right there. Wouldn't Jay Lee have received an email too? Yes, Jay Lee would have sent. Yes, Jay Lee would have received an email as well, on the counter against his claim copyright work. He definitely would have received an email. Now, after that email, that's what I'm saying on my thing, on my wall. He said he took my advice. Okay. Like, when did the email come? When was my advice taken? Why did it matter what ZX was saying? I don't know. I don't get it. Like, it literally could be anybody, but like, business to me is offering a product or service and be made whole, which means paid in full off of that situation. There's Jay Lee. I'm driving and listening. I'll tap in a few. Okay, cool, Jay Lee. Because yeah, let's clear this up. How long are you going to be driving? I got a little bit of a show, but how long are you going to be driving, Jay Lee? Because yeah, I mean, it's very, very simple. I try my best on my lives to do, I try to do a one and done. I hate it when a little bit of content goes here and there and everywhere, and that content gets misconstrued. So whenever you can pull up, that's fine. We'll be here. Well, AI has its own unique rules you have to follow to own it. Yes, it does. Pure AI created music cannot be copyrighted. It depends. Like, YouTube is doing, I will say this at least, YouTube is doing a major crackdown on AI, period. So that would be a whole nother issue, which is the problem, which I think that Jay Lee should actually look into that as well, because if it does get flagged as AI, then anyone he gives a song to is back in that position. So if I was being proactive and doing my due diligence, and if I was Jay Lee, I might look into how much AI it is, how you program the AI. Like, there's certain stipulations. I can't stand AI, so I don't deal with it on YouTube. But, because we have smart people I work with that do that shit. Let's talk about how many people use the extra cloud to start a channel. Not me. Not me. Um, Okay, has it its own. Okay, got it. Jay Lee knew exactly what to do. Go to Pizarro to push the subscribers, and then to start beef with ZX. Perfect combo. I don't know. He knows that ZX is heavily hated, and the hate group would come to support him talking shit about ZX. Got it. This shit is too obvious. Got it. Exactly, Georgia Pete's. Okay. All right. So we're gonna come back to that. Let me put a pin in the Jay Lee thing. All right, and go right on to Binary and Lady Nyca. All right. I try to do my best these days not to fill in a bunch of content that people don't want to hear, and just keep on going to the next title or whatever freaking thing in the title. All right, so Binary. All right, so my first time literally dip it in there. Mod sends me timestamp, start here. I'm like, okay, cool. So, I think I made it about 10 minutes in, about talk about me, and I skipped scrolling the red ball, trying to do my speed listening like I do speed reading, and I heard several different things, right? I most definitely heard like the most telling thing to me was um um he said he's gonna be quiet, right? Don't put stuff out on YouTube that he's just about action. Okay, so okay, cool. Me personally, I know damn well all I said 100%, and I don't give a shit. Listen, dude, if you have the National Guard knock on my door, send me a packet of information, take me to court, I don't give a shit. What I give a shit about is what you did. Okay. And I know for a fact that I sat my happy ass here and I said to people, hey, I don't have to do anything. I said, I want y'all to know for sure I'm not doxing, sending, moving around, doing this, doing that. I said, I just want to know based on the last situation you had when Diva put together a file or whatever, the information put on the website, put on the community wall that a lot of us have. I just asked who reviewed it. I mean, listen, if you're gonna send like you said, you're about action, let's go. I don't know what action you're gonna take. Me asking if somebody reviewed the file. You said, "Oh, now I know that the file's being sent. He should have shut up about it." No, I'm asking if the file was sent and if somebody reviewed it. Pretty simple. You know what I mean? As a person, as a normal citizen, and I have an issue, I have every right to question the situation. You know, now do I have a right to sit here and be like, oh yeah, okay, number one, all right, 1A, 1B, 1C? To a certain extent, yes, I do. But is it really within my parameters of what I could do as a person? That might be concerned about the education and the harassment of women, I most definitely could do that. Now, as I said, what did I say yesterday? I said I'm not the professional. You know, like as I said, when we had an issue on the channel the other day with a woman that was going through some things, I told her all I can do is provide you with a number. I can provide you with, a support, who is somebody who can reach out to support you, whatever the case may be. But I said, I am not a professional. Therefore, I do not know about mental health. I do not know where somebody stands. I don't know how to talk somebody down. I don't know anything. My advanced degree is not in psychology. It's not in education. It's not in any of that. I literally asked, hey, what did the professionals think based on your activity? Especially as I also said, if the file was reviewed, great. Hey, say Envy, you're an idiot. You're wrong. That's fine. Hey, Envy, you're an idiot. These people are good to go. And hey, you said you're about action. So I mean, hopefully this action happens soon because okay, great. Now your action won't happen soon. If they say, oh no, we haven't received anything, well, that's a problem, right? We haven't seen anything about complaints against his behavior. And then all I actually said was, hey, via videos and things like that, you will obviously see him inciting and instigating an individual calling another woman's job. That's what you did. And all the other stuff is fact. I read it on a website. You actually admitted it because you talked about the whole situation and all that. So I'm not really understanding. I said I wanted to hear from the person that reviewed the file. That's it. So if you're gonna, as I said the National Guard or whatever, and you're gonna be quiet and you're all about action or whatever, act like a tough internet person that's gonna push papers around to try to rattle me. I don't give a shit. Okay. At all. That doesn't stop me from coming on the internet and showing concern for the fact that you have a habitual scenario with bothering women. That's a fact. I could sit here and say that 50 more times, and it is what it is. So I have no idea why you look down on everybody, acting like you're like the smartest person in the room. I mean, your supporters are always like, "Don't say that about him. He's humble. He's funny." And no, he's not. He's a fucking idiot because he gets himself in too deep and then starts talking crazy. So it is what it is. Obviously there's other issues. I'm swanging and banging out here. There's other issues than you. It only takes me a second to ask my viewing audience if they have any kind of correspondence back that says that your actions out here are okay at your location where at your location, right? It was already sent, so I'm not doxing or anything. I'm just asking a question. And anyway, And I also said that it really sucked as well. It really sucked as well that I actually stepped in the first time and really, like, I don't know, I wouldn't call it negotiating with Diva, but I had your back side by side. Like, it was like, hey, here's the situation, whatever. I got your back. Whoop de whoop. Great. All right. So Jay Lee has over 2.5 subs. Gemini. Okay. The drunk, a few have admitted already. So my thoughts are correct. Good afternoon. What's up? Oh yeah, you're talking to somebody else, Alana, who has admitted that at Georgia. You guys are talking to each other. I see. Okay, happy birthday. All right, let's go. No, my birthday didn't come yet. All right, all right. Apparently, he doesn't break work code, considering that a file is sent to his job every year for 8 years. Okay. Was a file sent about these recent activities? I don't know. People record stuff, take timestamps, all the other shit on their own. That's all I'm asking. Third, the best way day of the year, I get to celebrate twice, the third and fourth, no work. Okay. All right. So anyway, going on to Lady Nyca, and we'll work our way backwards because obviously, as I said, Jay Lee clearly said he's driving and will pull up. Okay. If he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I always say you don't have to be here for me to talk about you. Like, a lot of content creators are like, I need all the characters involved to be here to talk about them. You don't. You can say what the hell you need to say on your platform. All right. Hold on, Lady Nyca. 1 second. Y'all already know what I'm doing. Drinking water. Jesus. Okay. Anyway, so the Lady Nyca thing. All right. So I had a lot going on yesterday, as y'all saw, right? 5.5 hours worth of complete garbage. Basically going back and forth or whatever. I'm not going to rehash the whole situation and go through hour by hour or anything else, but let's just say I had a lot going on, right? I had like 4 or 5 people back there. Tulsa could tell you she was back there. ZX could tell you he was back there. Lemon could tell you he was back there. Rex could tell you he was back there. I had a load of people behind, like that clicked the link, that wanted to be left up here, that wanted to be brought up, and that's fine. I was laser focused on Diva. Period. I didn't give a damn how much did I talk to the chat. Like, usually I highlight every single chat, right? And drive y'all crazy. Now I'm talking about some shit that happened 15 minutes ago. Cool. Well, guess what? I wasn't paying any attention to the chat. I didn't give a damn who hit the link. I had an objective. I had a mission. Okay. And it is what it is. I don't hear everything. I don't see everything. So when people run and my Instagram goes off, Discord goes off, YouTube notifications, whatever. When people come over and basically take timestamps, it makes it worse. Okay, it's pretty bad when somebody goes and says like such disparaging things on somebody else's panel, which we'll talk about in a second. But it sucks when Molly, you're hiding today because damn well you're the one that started this timestamp thing, right? So Molly took his happy ass and found a timestamp with Lemon coming over here and saying what he said at Lady Nyca's, right? So hold on a second. Hold on. I'm tripping. Hold on. I don't even. Yeah. All right. Hold on. I was gonna play it honestly, but yeah, that might that might scratch an open wound. Okay. So anyway, when he wasn't let up, on the panel, which I did explain several times, I said, you letting you up here to argue with Diva, which is gonna happen, is going to destroy the whole mission, and then you and I are going to be sitting up here by ourselves, and then I didn't get that stuff taken down, by Diva. Me personally, you guys could say I wasn't anywhere. She would have done whatever she wanted to do. If something was done wrong against her, she would have, just basically uh press the I don't freaking know, do it again button, I guess. But I thought I was getting close to getting that stuff down, right? So I'm not going to let anybody disrupt. I don't care if the Holy Trinity is backstage. Nobody's going to come up where I think that I'm having a one-on-one conversation, because chaos would have absolutely 100% ruined the whole situation. Hold on a second. Okay. So, he felt some type of way about being in the back. All right. So a lot of things were said, and I listen. In a normal situation where there's nothing going on, it's open panel, and people can do what they do, jump up, jump down, whatever. That's fine. But as a man, if I was Lemon, I would have been like, look, like he's in a space. This might not be the right time. Like YouTube isn't going anywhere, and I'll have another opportunity to cuss her out. Now, what I did the best I could do without derailing the whole situation. Lemon and I don't even deal with each other, right? I mean, I even heard Pizarro, repeat it so that oh, Envy said he didn't fuck with you or whatever. He heard me say that 10 times because we talked about it, 9 times. But anyway, he felt like he wasn't going to be let up. So what I did, the best I could do, was tell Diva, hey, you don't want to be mentioned. You don't want anything to be typed about you. You don't want your logo. You don't want anything. You don't want anybody to say anything about you. But I got Lemon in the back. I said, isn't that a little hypocritical? I said, the hypocritical part is you're sitting up, you're talking crazy. And if he responds, it's like World War III. I said that regardless of how I feel about Lemon or whatever, just like the Jay Lee thing. Like, I'm annoyed by that. I said that. So I don't quite understand. What's up, ghetto? Don't quite understand like what more I could have done in that situation. But because he couldn't get up here to yell and then run Diva off, and it would have ruined the whole situation, me hopefully getting something accomplished between her and RY. That's just how I felt, and it is what it is. But what did he do? He went to Lady Nyca's. Okay, Lady Nyca was live. Well, obviously she was live. He went there, and I'm kind of shocked. I'm really really shocked. And honestly, I did because of how I feel about Lady Nyca. Like, always had a bias between among her, Pizarro, and Ness. Like, always, like they almost can't do any wrong in my eyes. Shit, I would lie for 'em, do whatever the case may be. They know this. I know this. Probably a lot of people know it. That's why it hit a little bit different. Okay, so I am shocked because Lady Nika and I mean, we've been familiar with each other for a long time, but we haven't had like interactions on YouTube until recently. I don't know what you would call recently, maybe 9, 10 months ago, maybe. Let's just call it a year, okay, for the sake of the argument. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, she's known me for a year. I don't necessarily think that she has any like we don't have like this crazy I'm your family member, you're my family member bond or whatever. But me personally, I felt like Lady and Nika and I had an understanding. Okay. And the thing, hold on, let me make sure. Don't click the damn link. I just want to make sure that if Jay Lee or whatever. Okay, you guys got to let me finish my commentary. Okay. Please don't click the link. If you click the link and you derail me, you have some stupid shit to say, it's not even worth your time because I'm dropping you. But anyway, I was pretty shocked by the fact that, but she's known the supportive RNY for 10 years. I guess Lady Nyca, I'm not sure what year she was in Black Sector, what year she transitioned. I don't know. I just know that they've known each other for, we'll just call it 10 years. It could be 6, 7, 8, 9. We're gonna call it 10, just like we called mine 1. So basically, let's take me out of it. Okay, okay, fine. Let's take the man out of it. Is she going to fight a man to man situation? Probably not. Most people are not. But I'm surprised about the RY part of it. I have that. I'm blown away. Like when Lemon came over here and said what he was able to say on Lady Nyca's panel, I was like, okay. I said, I guess, if RNY goes live or whatever the situation may be, it is what it is. But I'm going to say something. You two deal with that because clearly, maybe I'm outside my realm. But the problem is, once, like, as I said, Molly won't type in the damn, I need about 30 minutes. Okay, Jay Lee. I don't know if I'll be here in 30 minutes, but I got you. Anyway, hold on. Anyway, so basically, what Lemon went over there and was allowed to say on the platform is that, I mean, it's kind of hard to edit, but the basics is that RY needs to take her ussy with a P in it away and give it to somebody else somewhere along those lines. Like, I know for sure it was she needs to take her ussy away, this and that, whatever. I just want to know if that would be acceptable. Like if that happened to Lady Nyca, right? Would you blow it off? Like, would you say, oh, okay, well, somebody said that, Lady Nyca needs to take her private parts away from a man and do XYZ or whatever. I just want to know if that would be okay. And hey, a response is a response, no response is no response. That just hurt me, because here's the thing. I know that you go to Pizarro's. I see the chat. I see the the panel sometimes. You many times have been in the chat, Lady Nyca, and said, hey, you put me in a certain situation that didn't make me feel good. Or you'll tell Pizarro, hey, I hear what you're talking about. Let me respond. Something along those lines. So I would say that I'm not completely outside of my jurisdiction, asking if you would be okay with me allowing that on my panel. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't it okay to see where we stand? But yeah, you could obviously tell me to F off, and that you're gonna let whatever happen on your panel, whether it be RYB or anybody else who's been, supportive in there and all that stuff. Boom. Okay, cool. But I have no idea what your response to that is. I don't, if it's the ignore game, if it's any of that, that's fine. I'm not begging anybody to do anything. I'm just going to tell you, it just, with that timestamp brought up by Molly. Yeah, there you are. Okay. You're allowed it on your panel when Lemon said it to you directly. Molly, like, as I said, I was doing a lot. Okay. Like, yesterday, the last thing I wanted to do was scream and holler back and forth. Like, what would that have accomplished? Like, for him to come over and repeat what he said, that's how I know what he said. Okay. But what do I get out of hollering? Like, that's what you all want. I can't erase what he said, take it back, or anything like that. All I can do is just ask why he was hosted on a panel of an individual that's supposed to be associated with us in a way where we support her, she supports us, and all that other shit like that. That is a little bit more important to me than yelling back and forth with him. If you don't understand that, Molly, I don't know what to tell you. Envy, you can address my comment, please. Okay. Um uh Okay. But Envy, if you are here speaking about this topic and RY goes back hanging in Lemon's chat, then this is a waste of your time again. I don't care about what RY does to go hang in anybody's chat. Like, you guys have to, if you guys have questions for RY about what RY does, go to RY TV. Okay. Please. Like, this is literally, yes, I did mention her by saying that she has a long-standing relationship. The only reason why I mentioned that RY has a long-standing relationship with Lady Nyca is because it's probably not even right, because I'm a man, first of all, and a man said something directed. Yes, it did involve RY, but she said something that was, or he said something that was directed toward her. So I'm speaking on my own behalf. I don't care where RY goes. She's gonna be in Lemon's chat. Okay, like, we don't have to sit here and speculate whether she's gonna be in Lemon's chat or not. I don't care. I would just ask, if you have anything to ask her, please go to her channel. Okay, this is my channel. I'm Envy. RNY TV is RNY TV. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Not being disrespectful. I just think you should ask the person the questions that you want to know, because I can't put all that together. To put things in context, Lady Nyca was trying to have her moment with pizza. Lemon joined her panel making those comments, with Nyca not even knowing what was going on. Right. Well, Charlene, my thing is I'm not here cursing. I'm not here yelling. I'm not here out of my body. I'm not here doing anything other than trying to figure out. I want some clarity on what happened. I've let Lady Nyca come up here to get clarity with people in the past, right? And I've played it to make sure that people were very aware of where Lady Nyca stood in her position with different things that have happened. So I don't think that it's outside of my wheelhouse to ask the direct person, because you know what? This right here may be the situation. I'm not sitting here. Not once did I say that it's 100% her fault, or she dropped her phone, or had to get up and go do something. I don't know, but I'm bringing it to her attention formally because it's on my wall. Molly freaking got the timestamp, and now it's being shared that Lemon went over to Lady Nyca's and then was allowed to do XYZ. That's it. And then came over here, told us what we were doing. But my thing is, as I said, screaming and hollering at Lemon was not the mission of the day. You got to understand, for 5.5 hours, I was sitting up here trying to figure out how we can rectify a few things that are going on around me, us, whatever. But you're mad about what Lemon about her, which was disgusting. I'm just saying, you keep throwing yourself out there to be scrutinized. No, I understand. I'm not going to throw myself out there anymore. That's why I said, if you have questions for RNY, go to RNY TV. She went live yesterday, a pop up. She goes live on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays for sure. She may go live more. She might go live next. I'm not sure. That's all I was saying. I'm not mad about what Lemon about her. Okay. I am trying to get clarity on why so many people are like 911 in me about, I thought you and Lady Nyca were tight. I thought you and Lady Nyca were this and that. Hey, I saw your wall. Hey, I went to Molly's timestamp, clicked on the timestamp, and saw exactly what you call it, Lemon said about RY and myself. Envy, I'm not even trying to be annoying, but you seriously want to ask Nyca about her reaction to something you two didn't react to? Molly, stop asking me the same question. Like, move on to something else. Okay. Listen, RNY is at RNY TV. I'm reacting right now. My name is Envy. on Manco television. I'm reacting. I don't know what she's going to say. She can go on her channel and be like, hey, Envy was overreacting. Everything's good. I talked to Nyca and I don't give a shit. That's what she could say. But you're going to have to go there to find out. She'll tell you everything you need to know. I'm telling you from my perspective because I thought that Lady Nyca and I were better than that. Okay. Acting like it didn't happen would be better than this. Okay, cool. I have to act like it happened because you're one of the ones that took the timestamp and shared the shit to make sure that everybody saw it to try to discredit how I responded to Lemon coming over here. And I don't know how you can't see that I was in a show I didn't even want to be in for 5.5 hours trying to figure out how to do something else. You know how many people have feelings about me not letting them up? Not just him. How many people have feelings about me not letting them up or saying the wrong thing in the chat or putting something wrong under the description? Everybody has a problem. It just at that particular time, Molly, you ever been in the mood not to do something too? I told Lemon straight up, I'm not in the mood. Like I just, because I abruptly ended the live, right? I really wasn't in the mood to do a damn thing other than my show. But anyway, I just think you and RY should both be on one accord with this because you're standing up for the situation. I'm on my accord. She's on her accord. That's what I'm saying. Like, go to RY TV and ask what accord she's on. I'm only telling you what accord I'm on. Okay. I fought with it the way that I fight, the way that I fought, and it is what it is. Sometimes you can be on the same accord, sometimes you can't. It's amazing watching all these things being shifted off to others. Okay, so what's being shifted off to others? So fight. I'm trying to. Hey, what's going on, Ms. Darlings? Good to have you around because I know you are a arch nemesis of mine. So I do appreciate you dropping down. You have been doing that. Lady Nyca Live was solely about her responding to Pizarro. They had an issue, and Lady Nyca was trying to see where they stood going for. I get that, but my live could be about football, and Lemon could pull up talking crazy about RY's under, under her clothes and all this and all that, right? You're Jesus Christ. Hold on a second, y'all. All right, hold on, y'all. This is a very special occasion, as you know. Go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Since some of this is about you, you're up here. So good afternoon. What's up?
Yeah. Well, I was listening to your breakdown of the situation, and I just wanted to give you clarity.
Okay.
A little bit more. Maybe you didn't see it all.
Okay.
But there's also emails. There's also emails where I ask him for his Cash App to pay him. Then you see the receipt with the Cash App saying this is for the song. So there's double receipts. Now, when it came down to the price, I knew he charged $25. People got caught up on, well, you said this was you said buy yourself lunch. Well, if I give you $20 extra or $25 extra, go buy yourself some lunch. And people try to find a way to make it justified. They don't understand fee for services. I actually have the video where he came up on my panel and we played it to see if we wanted it. And then I took a collection from the writers to pay him. And instead of giving him $25 and putting $25 in my pocket, I gave him everything that was collected. Now that's a video that I have. We paid for it 2 videos. The third video that he made was like some funk music. And I just got finished buying one of them, and I was like, "No, we cool, man. We cool." We just gave him like $105, and he was trying to push a third one, and we was like, "Nah, I'm cool. We cool. We cool." Politely, we cool. So we have the video, we have the email, and we have the Cash App, which all certifies it was a fee for service. And I have a video, I'm sorry, an email where he asked me which channel you want me to make it for.
Okay. Damn.
So all of this is because I laughed at him for being stupid and paying $150 to pizza. I laughed at him. And, "Oh, you laughing at me. Oh, I'm gonna get you back." Butthurt. I didn't owe him anything. And here's the other thing. We bought these a month and a half ago. By right, they've been played on my channel for a month and a half, which copyright belongs to me. You can't sell me something and then go behind my back and then try to register it for monetization. My voice is on it. My pictures were used, and all throughout the song is talking about Grown Folk TV. It's not like it was a sample because it was AI. It was generated for my channel. You couldn't play it, it would be stupid. If he said, "No, this is my song, I'm gonna give it to you," because it's tailored to GFTV.
Facts. I get it. So what do you think about, okay, so this happened this morning, right? What do you think about this? Because what I told him was, and I'll play it, but I did tell him, but exactly what he's saying that I said was, "Hey, I don't know if ZX is going to accept this or the writers are going to accept this, but me personally, I would try to release the copyright, the registration, and I might go ahead and submit the royalties back to ZX." I said, "I don't know if that'll work, but it might."
He didn't get any royalties. He didn't get no royalties.
Well, I'm saying the revenue sharing. I know
he didn't get any of that.
Now, I know
he didn't get.
I know you. Well, I know he didn't because now he had to.
I cut him off.
Retract.
I cut it off. Yeah, you just trim it out. And
well, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's nothing for him to get. The thing is that business is business. I paid you. I don't owe you. I'm not a slave to you. See, if you let him say, "Well, I got power now. I got power over your channel. And if you piss me off, I'm going to hurt your channel. I'm going to pick your pocket." That makes you a slave to that person. And we don't operate like that. Anybody can get it. I paid you more than what it was worth or what you asked for. A deal is a deal. Period. That I'm not beholden to you and me. "Oh, you can't talk about me now." That's acting feminine to me. You got paid more than, and to be quite honest with you, nobody knew who that nigga was until I said, "Yeah, I like this. Yo, he got nice in." Nobody knew who he was. He'd been around, I know about, since like late 2019, 2020.
That's how long you said you did know him.
Yeah, and here's another thing that nobody
sector, I believe, right?
Yeah, that's where he come from. And more importantly, this ain't the first time he tried to hustle me.
So let me ask you this: if this is the first time that he didn't try to hustle you or tried to hustle you,
Why?
Why did you go back?
It's not about going back. It was about, it's been 5, 6 years. He been on that out. You know, you feel sorry for people who trying to get, you know, he came to me with a scheme. All right. Back in 2019, 2020, 2021, GFTV, we were doing merchandising, cups, glasses, hats, shirts, sweatsuits, all of that. And we were selling.
Said he made a bucket hat with you with ZX on it, and
Exactly.
I watch your show. Doesn't mean that we don't get along, but I watch your show.
Well, you tell me this. If I come to you and say, well, Envy, I got an idea for a shirt. Check this out. And I show you the shirt. And I go, you like that? And you go, yeah, that's hot. Yeah, man, this is Man Code TV new shirt, man. I'm going to merchandise it for you. And we're going to split the inventory. You would say what to me?
I would say I'm purchasing it and I own it. What are we splitting?
Boom.
That would be like me going to the department store, going to Macy's or some shit and telling them that I'm going to keep the shirt and they got to pay me for it.
Well, Envy, this is what he said. He said, because what we did was for our merchandise, we had a link where you could just click it. You know, I think it was Teesprings or something like that. One of those setups.
Yeah.
And well, I didn't even handle the money. You just go there, you purchase it, and then they send you out your item, and then I get whatever I get off of it. So obviously, I'm gonna ask him, how am I gonna know how many hats you sold or how much money you made? And he said, well, just send them over to, you know, I got it. I'm gonna do it on my channel. And I was like, nah, I appreciate it though. Politely.
Yeah, I mean, that's too much going on. Like
right.
Me, I'd want to do square business and keep it moving. I don't need anybody to count this and count that.
Thank you. So you say why? So when he comes back around, he pops up. I'm like, oh, what's going on, man? Long time no see. Politely. Oh, that's what's up. Buys a membership. Welcome, dog. Welcome to the family, man. Hope you've been all right. All of that. Yo, man, you want me to make you a hot intro? Oh, okay. Well, let's see what you got. Shopping. He comes up on the panel. He emails it to me. He asks me which channel you want me to do it for.
It's a proposal. Yes,
it's a proposal.
That you can choose to accept or not.
Or exactly. Thank you. That's what these people are not grasping. Then when he gives it to me, I play it for the writers because they're paying for it. So I say, let's see what the people think. Right. And I played it. And once everybody agreed, oh no, we like that right there. I said, all right, y'all, on a video. All right, y'all, send me what y'all want me to pay this man. You see what I'm saying? And then instead of giving him the required $25 because they sent me $50, I gave him the whole thing. I ain't even try to jack him. You see what I'm saying? I gave them everything they sent me. And I'm like, okay. And then I sent them the Cash App with the note. This is for the song. Thank you.
And let me ask you, let me ask you these things that I did bring up. I said, is there any room for error that he might have registered the song and then remixed it for you?
No, it's AI. It's AI.
Why hasn't he shown that video if it exists?
It doesn't exist. I can show where it was proposed, as you just highlighted, and this is breaking news because nobody knew this. These are receipts. I can show that, and
You can show
Actually,
the process, basically from the
right,
proposal, to the purchase to the, that's how business is done.
right, right.
Proposal, yes or no. You like it, you pay for it. He goes his way, you go your way. If you guys feel like chopping it
Doing
up
business
again, you do
again.
so.
Right.
It's pretty
And
simple to me.
it's very simple. And we've been doing
But
business.
yeah,
I've done business with multiple people. I mean, I don't know. I don't got to play it no more. We liked it, but I'm not gonna give him a dime. I paid him. That means for perpetuity. This wasn't a perpetuity
and
deal.
Jay Lee, you don't know me that well, but I'm very objective. I try to be. Jay Lee, what my question is, if you knew that you could remove the registration, trust me, in my head I try to think of 25 different ways. Maybe he, registered part of it, remixed it. Maybe he uh whatever. Maybe he
Mhm.
used a sample from another song. I literally went through all of the devil's advocate on it.
Right, right,
But
right.
I have to point out, Jay Lee, how did you know how to move the registration when you had to move the registration after ZX said something? That means that you knew how to do it. Like, I don't like
He
if
never.
Jay
He
Lee
did.
said
I just went.
I wasn't sure if I need
Look.
to,
Let me tell you. Let me breaking news. Listening to you, I went back on my computer. I
right.
went to my email, and I seen another copyright for that song. So I responded, which
From
is the
when?
process. Today,
What
I went back. I
but
responded.
did he
He
take it off
never
or
took it
not?
off. No, he
Oh,
never took it
Jesus
off.
Christ.
He said he took it off, but he never did. So,
Well,
well, well.
that's what I'm saying right here. No. That's what I'm saying right here. He wrote this last
Mhm.
night. I was in the process of taking your advice, but at that very moment, he was still on his
He
channel
took it
talking
off.
shit.
I can
He
show
took it
you.
off and put it back.
He put it back. I can show you the email. I can show you the email from YouTube stating he removed it. He put it back because he was talking shit about me. I'm not no, you know what I mean? That ain't
Mhm.
business. It's bad business. It's a spoiled little kid attitude. So no, I have the email from YouTube saying he released it. Then
I
he
know.
put
I
it back.
saw it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then he put it back on.
Jay
And
Lee, did this happen? Like you could type or whatever? Well, I mean,
I'll drop down. I
Jesus
don't want
Christ.
to talk to him,
No,
but
you're
I pay.
fine. You're
I,
fine. I'm
I,
just he's driving or something. I just
yeah,
that
I'll drop
is
down. He
at a
can talk.
different level. No, you don't have to drop down quite yet because I need to know how you feel about it because it's one
Well,
and
I
done. Because
feel
now this brings in a whole different level. Like you see
the
what I'm
quote.
saying? Like
No,
ZX,
check this out.
I hate to play devil's advocate and say, hey, let me give this man the benefit of the doubt, And I literally checked off like seven
I
different.
got one more for you.
I'm in the industry. Checked
I
off
got one
seven
more for
different
you.
things.
I got
Go
one
ahead.
more for you. The registration of the music was done on the 22nd. I've had the music for over a month and a half. So it's all done out of spite. And I'm going to win. I'm not even concerned about it. The process, you just got to go through the process. And if I got to hire an attorney and do what VS did, go down to the court, file the paperwork, let a judge say, did you pay for that? Yeah, I paid for it. Can you show me where you paid for it? Yeah, here you go. All right, and can you pay my attorney fees? And can you pay me for damaging the videos that were attached to that song? And then I'm gonna be the bad guy because I'm walking away with $6,000-7,000. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna win. It's not. I mean, I'll take you be the judge. That company was created, or the registration for that was created on the 22nd. That what it didn't exist prior to.
That's what I was saying. That was one of the things that were in my head. Did he register it prior and then remix it for you, which would
No,
kind of absolve him from the registration?
right? No, he did it after a month and a half,
Okay.
and only in anger. He backdoored it.
But if he
So
registered it on the 22nd, let's see. If he registered, where are we at? The 24th. Okay. So if he
2 days
registered it on
ago,
the okay, so 2 days ago. If he registered it on the 22nd, okay, that's after you guys
a
did your
month and a
version.
half,
Is that
a
okay?
month and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe it was April. Yeah, it was April. If I go back to my receipts and the video, remember I got the video where we did the screening and whether we were going to approve of it or not. I got that also a month and a half ago.
Jay Lee, I get. I'm trying to go right down the middle, but I don't know. A bunch of laughing in my chat is crazy to me. I'm trying to go down. I'm trying to go down the middle, Jay Lee. Like I really have brought. Okay, we're looking at the dates. What did I say? You might have used a sample and didn't meet it against ZX. I said you might have.
Remixed it,
I'm
right?
remixed it or
But
anything. I'm trying,
here's one more for
Jay,
you.
but
Here's one more for you. How do you use my image, my voice, and my channel? That's what the whole damn intro is about. My voice, my image, and my channel is all, and my name is all a part of the intro. He can't monetize my face, my name, or my channel. You're gonna monetize my channel,
well,
my voice.
my thing is in the industry, as you probably know, that's a license. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like, there's a
right.
big
I
difference.
would
Like,
be looking
if
for
I
money.
came to you, right? If I came to you and I said, I'm giving you this song for $25 up front plus 19% royalties,
Right.
then
None
you're
of that. None
releasing
of
it.
that. Right. None of that. None of
I'm
that.
up Park. I'll come up after he's
And,
done. Okay.
right. And you can't
All right,
create.
Jay Lee, I got you.
I'll drop down, and you can't create a contract after the fact. It was
No,
a fee for, it was a fee for service. Period.
it was. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can't sit up here and lie. Like, you know what I'm
I'm gonna
saying?
drop down. I just wanted to give you
Okay.
clarity. All
Okay.
right. And
So
those are
since
my
email
points.
backed up. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
my thing is that it's been re-registered. This talk is a whole different ball game. You know,
Well,
so
yeah.
yeah.
Well, the copyright actually, from what I was told, the copyright is mine because it was played on my channel for a month and a half. So after the fact, it's like
Mhm,
me coming and trying to monetize one of your videos. Well, that's
mhm.
my video. I can't come after the fact
Right. You
and
can't.
say your video is mine. I played it a month and a half. No dispute, no nothing, but because of criticism,
Mm-hmm.
because of my commentary, you wanna harass my channel, because that's what I'm looking at it as, and that's the way I'm going to present it, and that's where I'm going to win along with the receipts. So for the people out there that say, well, we don't care, of course you don't care, because it's not you. My point is bad business. I mean, it's only $100, but it is what it is. It's bad business. I've done business like this with everybody,
Mm-hmm.
where I would buy things and I've never had nobody come back after the fact and say, well, it's not yours. It's part mine. That's like artwork. Your artwork on your channel. If
Right.
somebody says, here's a screensaver. I mean, they don't understand how broad that a person with that mentality, with that type of ethics, how they can do you. If you get a screensaver from somebody and you put it up on your screen, they can come back later and say, well, I want to monetize every time you use my screensaver. I want a piece of your revenue. That's crazy. You would either buy it or not.
That's mad day.
It's
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't know where he's driving, how it's going, or whatever. I might
I'm gonna drop down.
need you back up. Let me go
Yeah,
ahead and speak
I'll
with
drop down.
him.
I'm listening. I just
Okay.
wanted to give you, because you're
clarity.
rational. I will give you your credit when it comes to being rational. And I want to shout out Georgia Peach for being a writer, and not a GFTV writer, but a writer on the truth and basic, decency. I don't have to like him. He don't gotta like me. I paid you. I don't owe you nothing. So if you buy a screensaver from someone, you can't talk trash about them. You never can do it, or they'll backdoor you. You see how childish that is?
Yes.
That's crazy. So I appreciate. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I'll drop down.
I'm down the middle with it. The business, nobody should feel like this. I don't care who it is, whether it's you, him,
Thank you.
whatever. I don't care.
It's bad business,
and I don't have any reason to sit up here and lie for ZX. Like,
no, you're not my friend. You're not my friend. Even though I did do M. Bernie and RY a good favor today, but don't worry about it. It's okay. I appreciate it anyway. I'm gonna drop down and go ahead. Those are the facts. Nothing else. It's hurt feelings, and that ain't what grown men do.
Perfect. Let me figure that out, ZX.
All right, man. All right, I appreciate it. I'm back in the clouds.
All right, cool. Hey, Jay Lee, we're going to go going forward. It's important to have a contract with clauses, including to eliminate things like this from happening. Absolutely. Like, I agree with you. Like, meaning there should be a line in there that says paid in full, no royalties, nothing owed. But I want to hear from Jay Lee, because basically Jay Lee might have like a different perspective on it. Stacy, thank you for throwing up the headphones. Shout out to you. But yeah, Jay Lee, the link is pinned. I'll drop it again right here, because basically, as you know, and a whole lot of other people know, ZX and I don't share platforms like that, but I put his name in the title, and it has to do with some of the business that he's doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link again. I know it's pinned, but some people can't see it. But there you go. Now, my thing is Jay Lee, I am actually glad that ZX came up, because now we have a re-registration, and I would like you to speak on that, because that there kind of brings in a whole nother step to this debacle. You know what I'm saying? A lot going on. Yeah, you're gonna help ZX out with his 360 or nah. Damn well, Ms. Darlings, I would never do a 360 deal. I'd feel guilty about that forever. Promote my song at a park or some shit, and I get money for it. Like, I would never do a 360 deal. It's not ethical in my opinion. It's not ethical. What's up, Jay Lee?
Chirp, chirp. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. So you heard my commentary so far, and I know that you haven't heard a whole lot of like my show or whatever, but I'm straight up and down when it comes to hearing everybody out and getting clarity. So did you hear like most of what ZX and I were talking about?
Yeah, I heard most of it. And let me start by saying this. I'm going to push the button as soon as I get off here. I'm gonna push the button to remove the registration from that song and take it off of all the stores. But let me speak. Let me talk my shit though first.
Go
A lot
ahead.
of all right. So he a few of those things he said was right, but most of that shit he said was bullshit, garbage, and lies. But I ain't even gonna address that part. But I'm gonna take it down and one of the things he got wrong is I never put a claim in on his image, on his voice. If you know anything about music, you got stems. So that involves the instrumentals, the vocals, and the
Mm-hmm.
lyrics, right? So I'm registered with DistroKid. So I simply all my music is registered through DistroKid.
Mm-hmm.
I put the music, I registered that song through DistroKid. They
Right.
have they have the device with the content ID. So they're the
Of course
ones
they
that
do.
received all of his correspondence, his emails. I never got any of those emails or anything. If he was gonna take me to court, he'd be a bigger fool than he think I was for paying Bizarro because they got a team of lawyers to protect, they music. So that's the first thing, man. I didn't copyright or put a copyright claim on his image, on his when I uploaded it, it didn't have his voice on it. That was the original song that I created. I just added his voice on this as a sample onto the song. And
That's one of the questions I was asking, like the remix, like if the song was previously made, registered, and then you remixed it with his voice, whatever on there.
yeah, Envy, it was made, but it was not registered. One of the reasons I'm gonna remove it because I don't want this type of cloud. I never, Miss Georgia Peach, respectfully, you had it wrong too. I didn't do this for clout. Why would I want that type of cloud? My channel is not a beef channel. I don't want nobody coming over there looking for beef or no shit like that. I never went to Bizarro. That's where they got it wrong too. I never went to Bizarro to help her or to ask her help to help build my channel. I was trying to get help from my girl. She trying to start the channel. But I'm gonna remove it for Miss Georgia Peach, and also because I know that moving like that is bad business. It is childish. I was in my feelings, so he was right about a lot of that shit. And I don't want to fuck up the game for not just me, but any other people who trying to sell intros. So everybody gonna be skeptical now of people
Mm-hmm.
selling intros that later down the line we gonna come and put a copyright claim on it. So that's one of the reasons I'm gonna do it. And
Let me
anybody,
ask you this. Did you like the first time, I guess maybe it was yesterday, did you go ahead like when you said that you took my advice? I don't know if you know that I'm in the entertainment industry. Been in there since I was 23 years old with WIA. So I completely understand what's going on. So did you take it off and then put it back on and now you're gonna take it off? Is that
no,
what
no, I didn't
happened?
do that. It was, I mean, if that happened, that would have been DistroKid or whoever they used for that.
Okay.
They might have
Basically,
received his
digital
email.
marketing company is what it is, a publishing
Yeah,
company.
I didn't touch it. I was just about to push it. So when I go in here to push the button, I'm just gonna push it to remove it from all stores. 'Cause right now you can find that song on all streaming platforms,
Right.
Spotify, iTunes, and all that. So I'm just gonna push the button to remove it from
The
all
problem is,
stores.
here's why I asked Jay Lee, if you can push a button, right? Let's just say, okay, let's say because you were like, he's talking shit like this right here. Let's just, I had ZX look at it. So let's break this down because these are your words, right? I was in the process of taking your advice. Now I assume you were in the process like during my live, I would assume,
Mm.
right? But at that very moment he was still on his channel talking shit. It seems like in this message you may have not wanted to take the registration down.
Hold on, real quick. Huh? Oh, did part of my charger come off in there? Go ahead and check. I didn't see nothing. Let me check. I'm missing the bottom part. Maybe it fell. It probably fell somewhere. Okay. I hope we find it. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, sorry about
A
that.
couple people did want to know because it's outside of my wheelhouse whether it is AI generated.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely
Okay,
AI
okay,
generated. Yeah,
okay.
but
And then basically, okay,
yeah, like I say,
you
I
use you
don't, I
use
don't.
an AI program because typically did publishing companies won't register AI, but obviously they did. I'm not saying they did anything wrong, but my thing is like how okay. I saw ZX's email, right? That basically said you removed it. Okay.
Yeah, I never
Um
did. I never did. When I
you
said I
never
was gonna
removed
follow
it.
your advice, I was listening to the first part of your show. You like,
Okay.
if I was you, I would go on and unregister it. And
Yep.
so I thought about it, and I knew it was bad business, and I was moving on emotion, and that really shouldn't be how I operated. So I was about to do it. My girl, the one, she just happened to catch his live
Mhm.
and shit. She was like, "This the reason why you shouldn't backtrack, dude." He's still over there talking shit about you. So I was like, "You know what? Fuck it." But at the end of the day, like I said, I'm not trying to mess up business for nobody. Everybody that I did intros for, I don't want them to be afraid to play their intros because I'm not a one trick
Mhm.
pony. You know what I mean? So you ain't got to worry about me ever doing that again. Somebody pissed me off. I got other diabolical ways to get some payback. But that's a one and done for me right there. I know it was wrong, and I'm gonna undo it. And he can play the song as much as he wants. Now, what I would suggest to other people, when you do buy an intro, even if it ain't from me, go ahead and register that shit yourself. That way, this can't be done. You pay a one-time fee to somebody like a distributor like DistroKid. They're not the only one, but you pay a one-time fee and
Mhm.
it's registered, and they're gonna do the copyright thing for you for a whole year. So that's
They
how you
do
get
do
around
that.
that.
No, they do that. But what I'm saying is he did have emails saying that it was lifted. So what
It
I'm saying
wasn't
is
lifted by
okay,
me. It
here
must have been
here
lifted
yeah.
by Inner
Right.
Street, 10th Street, or
Well,
whoever that company is.
right. Well, let me ask you this. If you say like they have like jurisdiction over releasing it or not releasing it or putting the copyright or not putting the copyright, and you're saying that you can personally go ahead and press the button, does that mean that they take that as like your
That,
permission? Like
yeah, that
does
means
the
I'm taking
company
the,
say,
the, the
okay,
whole
cool,
song
you
off
got
the
that one?
shelves. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, what I was gonna say is if you say that to them, then obviously, I mean, we did call it shelving back in the day when we were A&Rs. But yeah, so that basically means they take it off the shelf, they give it to the person that bought it, and y'all keep it moving pretty much. And then, as you said, go ahead and register it under your own copyright or whatever.
Sorry about that. I got a phone call. Can you hear
Oh
me?
no, you're good. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So yeah, when I push the button, I'm not gonna be dealing with any of the content ID, the copyright or nothing. I'm gonna push the button that says remove this album from the shelf. So that means it's not gonna be available, period. Not even with DistroKid. So they won't be getting paid off of it. I won't be getting paid off of it. That's it.
Now, do you think that okay, so do you think that his purchase was supposed to just go ahead and release it to do what he wanted with it or what was your
Yeah,
what was your
absolutely. Yeah.
behind the purchase? You can answer but behind the purchase, what was the ongoing business arrangement?
Um, it was I sold him a product. I sold him a
Mhm.
product, and it was his to do with whatever he wanted to after it. I just got in my feelings and did that shit, and I know it was bullshit. And like I said, I don't want to be dragging this shit on. I'm not scared of him taking me to court because I mean, there's no way he could win that type of shit. But I mean, and it wouldn't even be worth it at the end of the day. Like somebody in the chat said, he could just make another fucking song.
Hey, Kwani. Yeah, so I mean, basically, you're saying. So let me ask you this: How? Okay, DistroKid had to be alerted for him to be able to get the email saying that it was lifted. So did you contact like DistroKid and say, "Hey, go ahead and release it, whatever"? Because ZX did get the emails from somebody. So somebody was
Envy. It
alerted to
wasn't
take it.
me. Tell him to show you who the email came from. It was not my email. I didn't receive an email from. I received the email directly from him. Talking about,
Right.
hello, sir. I paid you
Mhm.
and such and such. But
Right.
whatever email he sent after that, I didn't receive it. If he did a dispute,
Mhm.
I didn't receive any of that,
Okay.
and I didn't push no buttons. I'm gonna push the button now to release this to take the whole song off of all the shelves. But other than that, I didn't receive any correspondence from anybody. Um, that was that was 10th Street or Inner Street or whoever company they used
Okay.
for the
So I think
content
I
I
got I
did.
think I got the timeline. Like correct me if I'm wrong because I want to have everything right. Okay. So all right, you did a song. Okay, fine. He purchased that song. Based on what you said was okay, he gave, I gave him a product and it was what it was. And then you said, Disco Kid went ahead and, ran their machine through the, publishing and basically saw it and was like, oh, hell no. Okay, cool. They put that copyright in on ZX and that's what was affecting playing
And
it.
it was, yeah, and it just
But
was a
then,
revenue share. It
right,
wouldn't have been retroactive. So even playing that song for a month and a half, as he says,
right.
I wouldn't have got none of that money. I mean, you got to be a fool to think I would have gotten some of his money from that. That would have just been anything going forward. That's all. From June 22nd. From that day forward is when the revenue sharing would have begun.
Okay, so to finish out the timeline on that, okay, Disco Kid took it down or took it off. Now it had to be put back on. You see what I'm saying? Like if Disco Kid took it down, then there had to be a request to go ahead and re-register it.
No, they probably looked at his email and said, "Man, you lying. You're not right." That's all that was. Just like when you dispute something with YouTube and they review it and they say, your dispute is denied. That's probably what happened. I can
What's
only
up,
assume.
Kima? Right. Okay. So okay, fine. But you know that no. You know that his dispute took away lifted the copyright. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. If Disco Kid noticed the music being used, okay, fine.
Hmm.
And they went ahead and said, okay, boom, we got to go ahead and get our revenue sharing off of this. All right, cool. Now since they went ahead and lifted the registration, they went ahead and lifted the revenue sharing, something had to trigger them to make that change.
I think it's all automated, man. I think it's all
It could
automated.
be.
Yeah,
It
if
could
they
be.
keep noticing these songs, that's what it's set up for. The
Mhm.
content
It
ID.
is. It
Yeah,
is.
that's
It
what it's
is.
set up for. So it popped right back on. That's all.
Mm.
I saw. I didn't get an email from DistroKid, at all. I did check. I checked earlier, and it said your content hasn't been used anywhere, and also said
Right.
that every month we get an update. So it hadn't even been 30 days. So they didn't have any data as far as my music being used anywhere
Right.
on social
Okay.
media.
Well,
But
I
yeah,
mean,
man,
yeah,
that
they
that's
got they
it.
got alerts. That makes sense. That makes sense. Me personally, I just wanted the timeline down, and I do appreciate giving us the timeline because I don't want to be confused. I don't want to misreport, nothing like
Got
that.
you,
Because I
got you.
definitely said you might have used a sample. You might. I went through every scenario in my own head. Like you might have used a sample. You might have registered it before. You might
Yeah,
have
and I
remixed
appreciate you
it.
being objective, man, and
I'm
not,
trying.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying.
But I'm gonna do the
But
right thing, man. I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna go ahead and remove it from all the
Remove it.
shelves. ZX, that song is yours again, man. You can play it as many times as you want to. You ain't got to share your coins with me, man. And I appreciate you having me up here to tell my side of the story. Now, like I say,
Absolutely.
I don't do beefing on my channel, man. So that's
No,
probably why I don't get much views. But other than that, man, the game show, man, every Saturday night, grown ass man energy. Y'all come check me out.
all right, Jay Lee.
All
Appreciate
right,
you coming up,
appreciate you,
man. I wanted
Andrew.
to make sure everything was said, from all sides.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all have a good one,
All
man.
right, brother.
Peace.
Let me go ahead and drop you down. Okay. Wow. What Lil Mama Obama, yeah. Yeah, we went down a few because people get mad every time I say something. But yeah, it is what it is. But anyway, wow. I did, pff, I didn't wow, Jesus Christ. All right. So but see, Disco Kid, the thing is though, it wasn't from Disco Kid, it was from the record company. I forget what the record company was called. I don't remember the receipt or anything like that, but it was from the record company. Now, I don't know if his record company does his publishing through Disco Kid. I don't know, but he said that he could push the button and release the stuff. I don't know for the life of me why we're here. And the reason why I say that is why wasn't the button pressed just after the sale? I don't know. I'm tripping. But well, let me take that back. It's not that I don't know. It's that he said that he did it because he was in his feelings. So I think that's what ZX was trying to prove. I mean, what? I know I'm banging on my table because I didn't expect somebody to say I was in my feelings. So I'll go ahead and press the button now. Uh, it just creates a lot of confusion. And my thing is like a lot of us want intros, outros, whatever you want to call it. And now we're looking like, wait a minute, and it's AI generated. So the AI company's not going to be happy. Like you got the AI company not happy. You got Disco Kid not happy. You got your record company that's not happy, and you got your client that's not happy. Jesus, I can't. Mm. I don't. Pizarro. It is what it is. I literally just asked Lady Nyca why Lemon had the platform to go at RY in a way was talking under her clothes and then discuss me. There's nothing wrong with that. Like if somebody can't give me clarity, Pizarro, there's nothing I can do. Like it was done publicly on her platform, and then it was brought over here, and then hey, look. Before you go, hold on a second. Before you go, Pizarro, 1 second. Hold on a second. And my thing is I wouldn't have even known or taking it to that level. But this is being sent around to discredit the fact that I allowed this to happen. Okay, it's public. Let's see here. Okay, all right. Here, Pizarro, before you leave, you let me know if I'm tripping. Okay, hey, tell me I'm tripping if I'm tripping. All right. Now I know this is, and I'm even telling you that this is gonna make me look stupid because people are gonna be like, "Oh, you should have jumped out the window when it was said or whatever," right? But let's go ahead and listen to this. He brought it over here and said that he said it at Lady Dika's. All right, let's go.
the words that I'm saying towards you.
I'm definitely not in the
Oh,
that's just
yeah, I was like, I said, Armbar needs to, I said, Armbar needs to unfuck you, and she didn't take her pussy back.
Coming from the goddess of virgins.
Wait, what?
Coming from the God that never had pussy.
man.
I know, but I'm telling you what I said. I'm telling you what I said. If I said it over there, I'm gonna say it to you. I was trying to give you the edited version where it's not so disrespectful.
All right. Well, I mean, Pizarro, in my opinion, not even in my opinion, I think I have the right to ask why that was done. And now people are taking that timestamp. How do you think I went to that timestamp so far? Those timestamps are being shared as to why he was over there doing that by somebody that we're supposed to be rocking with heavy. So it's out there publicly that says, hey, you and RY rock with Lady Nyca publicly. How would that ever happen? So at that point, what am I supposed to do? Ignore it? I didn't disrespect that lady. I didn't call Lady Nyca out her name. I even said my bias has always been my three favorite people: her, you, and Ness. I haven't disrespected anything, but it's in my right to wonder why her platform hosted her or him being able to talk about somebody she's supposed to be rocking with for that long. I don't. There it is. There it is. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And Pizarro, you can ask her directly. Would that be okay if the shoe was on the other foot? Like, what would she say to me? But anyway, we're gonna move on. You said she didn't know. Well, my thing is, listen, Pizarro, right? You can't stop something from coming out of somebody's mouth, but at that point, she could have responded. Okay. At that point, she really could have responded and said, well, this happened. Don't we always have to do that, Pizarro? Don't we sometimes have to correct ourselves and say, hey, I know XYZ happened on my panel, and due to XYZ happened on my panel, I apologize. I didn't really think of that. So it's just like no big deal. Like, it's in the public. Cool, and I'm mad at you, but go ahead.
Okay. And hey, everybody, since he turned the damn camera on, you look at this shirt, Envy.
I have that shirt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yes. Why don't come in here with that bullshit with these goddamn dropping names? Cool one. That was fucked up.
Okay. No. You need to rewind through the chat, Envy, and see the energy that was given to me, and that's why I said what I said. Okay. So, and that's what I came up here for. Am I welcome? Shit, I can't come back in here now. You kick me out?
Are you looking at the screen? This is for you, Coolin. You ready?
Okay.
Hey.
What's up, Billy boy?
It is what it is, man.
What's been going
Look at this man. Yeah, like, I ain't got no hair, nothing like that. Like, this nigga said, come over here and smoke some of this CBD with me, nigga.
CBD, right?
We in Georgia, we smoke CBD.
That's all we do is smoke CBD.
That's it. But
the best CBD you can find, yeah. Look out, you see? That's what that CBD do to you right there.
Hey.
Hey, man, you got a load of CBDs.
I'm going to go ahead and go live on my own shit, man, because y'all niggas are tripping. Y'all niggas have no idea what the fuck is going on, dog.
I'm going to holler at these folks. What's going on, man? It's your boy Sean Powell, man. We had on Young Bloods, the mighty Young Bloods. Man.
Yeah. Hey, we're going to go to...
Lord have mercy. And his damn hair done got so long. Oh my God, his hair come down his ass.
His hair is honestly almost to his knees.
Yeah, that's why I said it's past his ass now. It's the last time I seen him when they was over there in Forest Park.
Oh yeah, it's longer. It's longer. I always tell him, hey man, goddamn, like how much longer we gonna go? He told me literally he's been doing that for almost 12 years, about 11 years.
And you was zooted out of this world on that.
Oh
Look
yeah,
at
yeah.
you.
I know him and I used to fight over. I said, you go to sleep. I'm cutting that hair. I need you to go back to that bald fade, bro.
Oh, no, you probably ain't gonna cut it now. It's
But
too
yeah,
long
you
now.
came up here for that. Where was that energy coming from? Because you know damn well we can't put that shit in a chat. But go ahead.
No, what I came up here for is because I can't type in your chat. So I was waiting until you finished everything. I was gonna hit the link before ZX actually hit the link, but then you got into your commentary and that was a part of your commentary. So I said I'll just wait or whatever. And then Jay Lee came up. So I'm like, damn. But at the end of the day, I done got off work, went to the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? Then
Right.
just
No, I
stopped
feel
at
you.
JJ's and got some chicken. Now I'm finna give me a bottle. But so I said, well,
Jesus
damn,
Christ.
still got the link out there. I could see the link, so I know you didn't block me. And it was a lot
Right.
going on yesterday, so I know you didn't see every comment. You posted a few of them,
No,
but you really, once
there
you
was a
figured out,
lot
like,
going
damn,
on, Colin.
Chris arguing, you know what I'm saying? Let me remove it, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, who blocked me, and why did I get blocked?
I would imagine dropping a name in the chat. I mean, I would imagine, right?
What's the name that put the name on the panel? I wouldn't have knew her name if it wasn't for the doggone community wall post, and she was on your panel. Come on now, Envy. See, now this is what I'm saying now. At the end of the day, now people can react or respond however they choose to, but you can't make it like I did something that was just so irrational, and then the
Pizza,
person that
what
put
is
it.
any of that? What is any of that? You're talking about lemon. What does lemon have to do with RY and all that? But anyway, go ahead.
Who?
Go ahead. Yeah, well, cool. And what I can do, like honestly, I there was so much going on.
I know
I
it
just
was, but
let
Envy,
me
just like
I'm
no, at
gonna
the
look
beginning.
at the.
Hold on,
Go
no,
ahead.
at the beginning of your live stream, you said if people got questions for her, go to her channel. I come to your
Right.
channel for you, so why should I
Right.
have to be blocked out of your channel when I come to support you? You see what I'm saying? Now, moving forward, I don't even have an issue with her. I don't even know why she started flipping on me. So I'm gonna goddamn get smart back. I don't care about none of that. However, what my point is, I get blocked out the chat, but the motherfucker to put it out on the panel. Make that make sense. Come on now, Envy.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, exactly.
Cool.
Don't do me like that. No, I ain't gotta say nothing to her, and she ain't gotta say nothing to me. I mean, I didn't think it was, at that level, but clearly it is. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I can't change her mind or whatever. I'm not mad. You know what I mean? But
No, I get it. You all had a back and forth. I mean, all I can.
because
My thing is,
talked about.
I want to feel, what happened. I'm gonna look at the chat. I really am, because
please
this is
feel what happened,
important.
because
This
if
is
she wanted,
actually
if
cool, and this is important to me. So I'm
I know
gonna
it
look at
is,
the
and that's
chat.
why I came up here and hit your link instead of trolling you somewhere else. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? That's why I came up here to have a conversation with you, because we just got to a place where we can have a
Yeah.
conversation. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
once you go back and look at that chat and you see that my children was brought up, and then that's when I was like, oh, really? That's how we going? Okay. That's when I put the name in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you coming at me for? You know what I mean? I said, okay, so you want to play, and I had a little time yesterday too. I think I was on my little lunch break then, so that's why I put the name in there. Other than that, I didn't just come in the chat talking about names. You know what I'm saying?
But it gives me
gave
something else to look at, because I mean, me personally, as I said, did you just hear me say like 6 people were backstage, and I was talking to Diva, and I had the chat going, and I had this and I had that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just need to look at
You
the
welcome,
chat.
Georgia Priest.
Coolin, you could be like my sister or whatever, and she could be, who RY is or whatever, or anybody. I just want to see the motion of it. You know what I'm saying?
I
And
feel
then
you, and
you feel
we done
me?
came too far. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I could be a troll.
yeah.
You know I could be a troll.
We ain't
But
doing
literally, I'm telling
that
you.
again. We ain't
I'm
doing
telling
that
you.
again.
No, definitely not. I ain't even got the energy for that. I don't even care no more like that. But I wanted, you know what I'm saying, to have that conversation with you. Hey, Shakim Mabu.
No, I appreciate that.
And Georgia Peach, you good, you good. And so, but literally, when you go back and look at that chat, you know what I'm saying? You start with my first thing when I was like, oh, you know, I was talking to you, and
Yeah.
then I did say something to her, but I didn't say no names until my, you know, like, what you putting my kids in there? Oh, you throwing shade? Okay, so now I'm finna throw shade. You see what I'm saying? And that's how that went.
I've never seen her with the kids situation, but yeah, cool. And I'm gonna take a look at it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
and you ain't gotta whoop her butt or nothing like that. Unblock me out your chat because I come here to you.
I get it. I get it. All right, Colin. Well, let's. Yeah, I'm in a different mood today. Just let me be clear. Okay. So yeah.
No,
I
Shakima.
appreciate you. At least you took the time to come up here and explain it.
Most definitely.
You know, because we fought for 4 years.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God! Like that was ridiculous. I woke up and wrote your name
then
on
I
my
really
mirror.
got mad with you.
I wrote your name on my mirror and crossed it off. You know what I'm saying?
Oh Lord.
All right.
Yes,
well,
please take me out for that. But let me ask Shakima. Shakima, every now and then I will come live, but I be on what's the name of that thing? Twitch.
Twitch. Yeah, it's safer.
Yeah, a little bit safer. Yeah, and then I've been banned from YouTube, and I don't need nobody saying I'm circumventing and snatching channels and all of that.
Oh,
I do have a little handle that I just use for around here, but no.
Of course.
I might do a content live and go into the front of me sector if Pizza Puff allows.
The front of me sector, you don't belong over there.
I know.
You would last 48 hours.
Yeah, I fuck with Pizza though. And
I know you do.
She fed the streets. She fed the motherfucking streets. You know what I'm saying?
I know she did. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna let you go.
All right. All right, cool. And I'm gonna take a look at that chat.
This was really a good show.
I appreciate it, cool. Thank you.
No problem.
All right.
All right. Peace and love.
Yeah. All right. Well, got that too. Anyway, all right. So let me start from the beginning, even including the, I don't understand where whoever, said a name or did whatever. I don't understand Pizarro's point of, did somebody say a name and this and that. I don't care about any of that. All I care about is what he did there. Like if Diva and him went back and forth about whatever they went back and forth, I don't care about anything other than I thought that Lady Nyca and I can't speak for her and RY's relationship. I can't, but I thought that her and I were in a different space. If we are in a different space, that's fine. How many times does Lady Nyca say, hey, on behalf of Lady Nyca, I want to know this, this, and this. And then people give her the answer and she's either satisfied with it or not satisfied with it. Everybody thinks I do these things that are just so outrageous. Like, for example, like having two people sit down. What was wrong with me? Everybody thought I was some kind of villain trying to get Diva and RY to sit down to see if they could, figure out their thing. Isn't that what everybody does? Hey, I'm going to provide my platform for y'all to sit down and maybe you could chop it up and get over it. That's not weird. The ZX situation, right down the middle with it. Hey, JB, here are the concessions I tried to give you. Hey, ZX, I have no reason to lie for you because we don't get along, whatever. But as a person with integrity, if something is on my wall, I'm going to express it. I don't care who you are. If RY goes on the wall tomorrow saying envy ain't shit, that I'm going to sit here and talk about it. Okay. It just is what it is. Okay. Sorry about the comments, y'all. I was very focused. So anyway, which is worse, RY getting cussed out bad or dogs? This question is about who should be banned. Ghetto, what's up, bro? Okay. All right. Yeah, Ghetto said Ghetto's gonna go live over me every day, he says. So all you gotta do is just tune into my live. You don't even have to set his notifications. When I go live, he's going live. So shout out to Ghetto. Good luck. Jesus. And Ghetto, let me know when we're starting the council back up, okay? Because honestly, at this point, Ghetto, if you haven't watched the streets and you haven't watched how people have been acting, you haven't watched what happened to men around here. Like I thought that chivalry was dead. I thought that masculinity was almost in the toilet. I thought that like talking to a different level was up out of there. Okay. So yeah, I think that we do have to have that because I will say this because Noble said it publicly in a situation where Noble was feeling like he wanted to talk to somebody about a situation that happened to him. He said he wanted to talk to men who could talk about men's issues. And I promised Noble that if he wants to talk like a man, I will definitely share some things with him where he's gonna feel like he's not like feeling down in the dumps or anything like that. So I do 100% think that there should be some men who have a good head on their shoulders to be united in this motherfucker. Okay. I just do because we get a bad name. It's crazy to me. All right, there's Noble, right? Envy, you got a lot of drama going on. Listen, I always do, but anyway, I'm about to get up out of here, but I'm going to members only at 5 o'clock because I was gonna see how this goes and then just go from there. Wanted to see exactly okay, so the Jay Lee situation. I only need 5 more minutes of y'all's time. So the Jay Lee situation, that situation basically came out to be I gave my outlook on the situation, being an industry professional, basically looked at any kind of movement that could have happened, a digital company, a production company, whatever. So far, what we got out of there was pretty simple. Let's just take JB for what he said. Okay. JB said that his song was registered through Disco Kid or whatever, and then Disco Kid obviously took action, which ZX would clearly have the email that said whether it's Jay Lee or Disco Kid. But anyway, he said that they took it on something about he got on his feelings. So what I'm saying is if Disco Kid took it out and then ZX got emails from whoever and my apologies, I didn't watch the show that close, got it from Disco Kid or whatever, and then the copyright thing got put back on and we're here, but then Jay Lee said that out of his own feelings he was feeling some type of way, so therefore he's going to go ahead and push the button and take it off the shelves. And me personally, I just wish that business would have been conducted from the beginning in a situation like that. Hell with Disco Kid, hell with AI, hell with whatever. I think, in my opinion, the song was bought. I asked you, JB, you agreed. If I bought a song, I would most definitely make sure there's no revenue sharing. But you said you got in his feelings while he was doing his live, so therefore it's back on. But now you're gonna go ahead and take it off. That's what I got from the shit. Okay. And then ZX did add something that we didn't have, which was that it got re-registered, right? I didn't know that. I thought that was done because the last thing I saw was ZX. The last thing I saw was ZX showing that it was released. So for it to be copyrighted today, something happened that was stupid. But anyway, I'm not going to go into that because it is what it is. It's going to be a circular argument. I don't believe in being a hamster and running on a wheel. So that's what we got from that. I could give my opinion and all the other bullshit or whatever, but listen, I think that Jay Lee said everything that needed to be said about the situation. I think that ZX explained everything the way that he should have explained everything. I already know where this video is going based on what was said. I'm not, I've been doing this long enough to know like what was said and what's going to be utilized from some of this commentary. I already know. But okay, cool. So we went on to Binary. Okay, so Binary thinks for some ungodly reason that I give a damn what he does. I don't care. He said he's all about action. He's not going to put things on YouTube. He said that he understands that a file is going to go to the education board and all that other bullshit to clear this up and make it very clear. I asked if the last time it was sent, if it was sent at all, was it reviewed, and did that person that reviewed it okay the behavior and approve? That's it. And yes, I most definitely said, due to current actions or whatever, if something needs to be added to the file, it can be found. It's very simple. Okay. And then let's see, the lady Nyca situation, not quite sure why she's upset. I asked a simple question. The simple question was basically, hey, this was said on your platform. He came over here to repeat what happened on the platform. And then, based on that situation or whatever, I was asking if that's something that she would want me to do. And she could say, I don't give a shit. Hey, let people talk about me whatever way they want to. Or she could say, you know what? Hey, we're too good for that. We're tighter. We have more of an understanding. You're supportive. Maybe that was a slip up. Maybe that's not something that I want over on my channel. Whatever. She could tell me whatever she wanted, but I'm publicly responding to something that's been like shared around to discredit me, discredit RNY, and make it look like Lady Nyca doesn't give a shit about us. That is the perception. That's not exactly what I think, but I have every right to come out here and ask for clarity. Okay. The word of the day is clarity. Okay. If I came out here and I'm like, F her and H this and that, I don't feel that way about Lady Nyca. I don't feel any different about Lady Nyca. I just want clarity on the fact that people are giving me hell about somebody I'm supposed to be tight with utilizing the platform. That's it. No more, no less. That's it. But anyway, I got to do a members only live at 5:00. The only way it'll come off members live and me do it publicly if there's a bunch of bullshit going on, right? Like bullshit follows me somehow. Other than that, I'm gonna do members because I want to be frank with you all, without the hating bushes, clouds, whatever you want to call it. But at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and get us up out of here with a little bit of a you know what? Let me get us up out of here with Mo 3, okay? Play this song, and well, you know what? Let me leave Mo 3 out of this, okay? Let me go ahead and leave him out of this, okay? Let me see how long is it. Okay, I can't have a person crazy cussing or anything like that. I was gonna play something funny, end the live with a good mood. What'd you say, Ghetto? Oh, so I can go live at 5. Thanks for the spot, Envy. Ghetto, you already said you're gonna go live over me anytime I'm live. I go live at 1:00 and 5:00. If those are your slots, so be it, brother. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You said I don't respect you as a content creator. Well, then take me off my circle. I don't stand in a square. I stand in a circle. Okay. But anyway, Ghetto, do your thing, brother. Shit. If you go live over me, I might even drop in your chat. Who knows? But anyway, shout out to you, Ghetto, and everybody else. Hopefully you don't take that road, because then you and I are gonna be doing dumb shit, beefing, trolling, and right about now, like, I'm not in the mood. I don't have time for that shit. there's enough going on around me. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and end this live. I'll be back at 5 o'clock, whether it be members only or public. Y'all have a good day on the YouTube streets. And as I always say, stay dangerous. Don't stay safe, because if you're dangerous, you got your head on a swivel and you're going to be safe anyway. If you're being safe, I feel like you're over evaluating situations. You take too many risks. All right. I'm gone, y'all.